MCSE TV. Now guys, this is my Q&A. I'd just like to say a massive thank you to everyone that did send a question in on all social media platforms. All my social media handles are down below in the comment section. But guys, I did get so many questions that I'm not going to be able to answer them all, so I really do apologise about that. But if you really want your question answered and I didn't answer it, please comment down below in the comment section and I'll definitely get back to you guys. So let's get into it. So guys, I'll start off with Grit Report. He sent quite a few questions in, so I'll try and answer as many as I can. So where will Chelsea finish on the EPL table? Now it's a hard question really, isn't it, sitting here before the start of the season and predicting that, because football is so unpredictable. You never know what can happen. Last season proved that for sure. I thought we were going to do amazing and we did have some quite bad games, so you never ever know, and because we're playing in so many competitions it is very unpredictable. But obviously the Premier League is our main focus throughout the full season, and we will always challenge for top four. I'm going to be honest though, I will have to say I think we will finish second or third. I'm going to be real about it. I do feel maybe Liverpool have got more of a shot of getting that first position this year, alongside Man City challenging for the title, but I don't think we'll be challenging for the title this season. I do hate to say it. I want to be optimistic. I'd love to just sit here and say, you know what, we're going to win the Premier League this year, but it is so hard, and I do think we might finish second or third. So yeah. Now guys, Great Report also asked, will Morata stay? I personally think he will, but you never ever know. The transfer window can sometimes, again, be quite unpredictable. Anything can happen, but I can't really see Morata leaving in this summer transfer window. Will Chelsea sign the necessary depth to challenge City for the title? Again, very hard question. We've obviously only signed Jorginho so far. Will we sign any more players? I really hope we will. But I think our focus needs to definitely be strengthening the bench. That should be our focus. We'll challenge City for the title, possibly. We're just going to have to wait and see, and actually see what happens in this transfer window and see how Sarri, kind of mixes up the formation. I mean, first game of the season we'll have more of an idea, but it'll definitely be pre-season when we see how Sarri's playing it. He might even change the formation on the pitch and who he wants to start, you know, so we'll have to see about that. And will Chelsea win any silverware this year? I really hope so. I think we've got definitely a big shot at winning something. I'd like to say we win at least one piece of silverware every season, and that's happened for the last 2 seasons. I mean, we won the Premier League, then we won the FA Cup. So I'd like to say we'll win something. Will it be the Premier League? I really don't know, but let's just hope that we actually do win some silverware. And finally, Grit Report's last question was, when will Chelsea find an identity, Drogba, Lampard, Terry? And I'm going to be brutally honest, and this is quite controversial. Some of you guys might agree with me on this, so I don't think we will find a replacement of Drogba, Lampard and Terry. No one can really replace them. If someone's a legend, it's very hard to find people to fit in their shoes and to replace them. I don't think there really is a replacement of them 3 players, because they are really amazing, aren't they? And they'll never be forgotten at Stamford Bridge and what they did for Chelsea. So yeah, I don't think there really is a replacement, to be honest. And Dubong_JR said, how long have you and Connor been dating? Well, me and my boyfriend have now been together for 4 months. So yeah. Also guys, yeah, I did say this is a personal Q&A as well, so you guys can always feel welcome to fire personal questions at me for sure. Ubong_JR also posted a football question and said, how many years do you see Sarri managing at Chelsea? Well, do you want to get me started on our Chelsea managerial situation? I do not know, but I'm not really going to say, to be honest, because I haven't a clue. We'll just have to wait and see, but probably be 2 years, won't it? And the killer Rhinos asked, Hazard one of the best players in the world right now? You know something, I definitely think so. I think he's well up there with the Messi, the Ronaldo, the Neymar, you know. I do feel like in the future, Hazard will be one of them players to challenge for the Ballon d'Or. There's no reason why he can't be. He's amazing. I mean, not only at Chelsea, just think about how we played in the World Cup for Belgium. And I'll never forget seeing those videos on social media when the Belgium national team went back to Belgium and did the bus parade around Belgium, and how all the fans were chanting his name. Like, he's amazing. He's a loved football player. He's one of the best. And so, yeah, I do consider him one of the best players in the world right now, for 100% sure. And Gradwell_Bella_03 asked, what will be the first away game you go to? My first away game will be Huddersfield away, as long as I get tickets. And my first home game, I know that hasn't been asked, but I might as well say anyways, my first home game will be Bournemouth at home. And then also, you asked, how do you think Sarri will do? I hope successful. I think he'll be good, yeah. I mean, anyone that's signed up as Chelsea manager is going to be worthy of that role, because you're managing one of the best clubs in England, of course. So, yeah, I think he'll do good. Who should we sign to improve the team? I haven't got actually any particular names in mind, but I think we definitely need to focus on strengthening our bench, for sure. So, yeah. And Harrison Agaru asked, do you think that Sarri will emulate what Conte did in his 2 seasons at Chelsea? I think that is definitely a hard one to answer, isn't it? You don't know. Anything can happen. I mean, a new manager comes in, it's hard to predict, isn't it, really? And I'm going to be honest, I'd never heard of Sarri before. I didn't even know who he was. Like, some Chelsea fans might have known him from Napoli, but I didn't have a clue who he was. So I can't even really answer that. But, yeah, I hope, as a Chelsea fan, you want to see your team win silverware. It's a big ask, and obviously Conte did really well to win the Premier League with us in his first season in charge. And from going from Jose Mourinho, we finished like 10th in the league. Well, it wasn't that low, but you know, I think it's a hard ask because Conte lifted us to win the Premier League and then the FA Cup the season after. So, yeah, we'll just have to wait and see with that one, I think. And Mystic Moses asked, will Hazard stay or go? That's a really hard question. And you know something, I don't even really want to answer that, because if I had my way, obviously stay, but do I think he's going to go? Possibly, there's a big chance. He obviously came out and said to the media he's ready to try something new. We always knew that the big teams would eye him up, like the Real Madrid, the Barcelona, but I think it's Real Madrid that are most interested as of the moment. And he has been at Chelsea for 6 years now, so it's a very hard one to answer. I do feel that he may go, but I want him to stay, so yeah. And Dev Yank asked, don't you think Ruben Loftus-Cheek needs 2 more seasons on loan? I don't think he is matured enough for the first team. I'd instead keep Dodu, though I know they play different roles. For sure, and I 100% agree with you there. I feel like his loan move is more beneficial to him as of the moment in this point in his career, rather than coming back to Chelsea, because as you said, I mean, he's not going to get first team football at Chelsea. We've made a new signing now, and we've got a solid first starting 11 pretty much. I can't really see Ruben Loftus-Cheek sneaking his way in there, apart from maybe getting odd cup games. I don't think he'd get played enough, and a player so young and in his prime, he needs that game time. That's important for him. So I do feel like having a loan move is more beneficial to him, because hopefully he gets more game time there. But that's not me saying that I don't want Ruben Loftus-Cheek at Chelsea, because I love him and I do feel like when he has that Chelsea shirt on, I have a lot of faith in him. I'm really excited about his future at Chelsea. But as of the moment, at this point in his career, I'd say a loan's very beneficial to him. And Kyle and Hayden Duo asked, who's your fave player? I'm going to say 2 words, and you guys will know why. N'Golo Kante. Zlatan Knight 8 asked, thoughts on the new season? I'm going to be honest, I'm really nervous about the new season actually. I do feel like it's going to be a hard one, and I do think that there's going to be a few teams challenging for the Premier League this season. I mean, there's a lot more teams that are a threat now. I feel like Liverpool's going to be a big threat this season, especially with like the goalkeeper they've signed, Alisson, and I just feel like they're going to be a threat to us. So yeah, I am nervous about the new season. I always do get fairly nervous, because you really want your team to do well and anything can happen. But the one word I'd say I'm feeling for this season is so excited. I can't wait. I've absolutely loved the World Cup. It's been so good, especially me being an England fan. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. But I do have to say I have been feeling really nervous and excited for the Premier League, and I am excited for it to come back. At Chelsea Boy asked, what made you become a YouTuber in the first place, and how did you become a True Blue fan? I've been a Chelsea fan all my life. My dad was a Chelsea fan, so I just followed on. And what made me become a YouTuber in the first place? I'd say I love talking about football all the time, and I went on and on and on about it. And because none of my friends were really interested, only really my dad, like I never really had anyone to talk to about it except my dad. And I felt like there needs to be a platform that I can speak on and interact with loads of different people, as well as talking with my dad about football. And I felt like YouTube was a platform enabling me to do that. And now I've built up a platform where I can share my views and opinions and interact with you guys, which is just amazing, because there's nothing more I love than talking about football. And since I started my channel, I've never actually missed a preview or a review for any Chelsea game, and it's been a long time now, since 2016. And it's just because I love doing it so much and talking about the club I love. So yeah, that's why I started YouTube. It was definitely just to share my passion of football with everyone else that loves football. And the Football Blues asked, what's your favourite football ground? Now, I'm going to be really honest. Obviously Stamford Bridge, 100%, and Wembley. I love both of them football grounds. But if you were talking away ground-wise, I'd have to say I really like the old traditional football grounds, like the likes of Burnley and Everton. I love old football grounds. I think they've got so much about them. Like Burnley's got wooden seats still, and Everton has got like, well, some are wooden, but like wooden like floors and stuff. And I just love how traditional them grounds are. They've kept the aura about them. They're not too commercialised and plastic seats and everything, as much as I love that. But yeah, definitely. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Please like, comment, subscribe. Yeah, and that was my Q&A. I'm sorry about my messy hair, by the way, guys. It's everywhere today. But guys, can I just say there's going to be a lot of content coming up from me now. I'm going to be covering all pre-season games with reviews. I'm not actually doing previews for any of the pre-season games. I don't think there's really much point. But I definitely, I can't even speak. I definitely think there is a point in doing reviews on pre-season games, because I value pre-season a lot. I think it's definitely a time where the players can build and kind of get their team together and the attitude together, so I do find it important. So yeah, definitely I will be doing reviews for that, but I won't be doing previews. So yeah, make sure to check out them. And I have got videos nearly every day on Chelsea now. Yeah, the content's coming thick and fast, and so stay tuned. Up the Chelsea. Thanks.